The Dershow.
Harvard's code of conduct, which, by the way, is not governed by the First Amendment. I tried to get it governed by the First Amendment in years and years. I probably argued more First Amendment free speech cases in Harvard administrative boards than anybody. I started back in the Vietnam War period. I could never get Harvard or Stanford or any of the schools to accept the First Amendment as an absolute rule. Or if Harvard had accepted the University of Chicago rule, which says that the university itself does not comment on political matters, no matter what. But as President Lawrence Summers correctly said, Harvard forfeited that claim because it was so strident following the murder of George Floyd, following the Supreme Court's decision in Roe versus Wade and other controversial decisions. Harvard has been at the core of politics, right in the middle of politics. That was one of Bill Ackerman's biggest complaints. Even CNN, Fareed Zakaria, who's not usually can be counted on to critique anything liberal, even he said that universities should get back to the job of teaching, not being deeply involved in politics. But, you know, if you have 97% of the faculty who represent one point of view, happens to be my point of view, but it doesn't make it any better. By Harvard standard, I'm probably conservative. By the rest of the world standard, I'm a flaming liberal, believer in free speech. But at Harvard, many of the faculty believe in free speech for me, but not for thee. I know. I've been arguing with them for 60 years about it. And it's my 60 years of experience at Harvard, which was what led me to volunteer to be a whistleblower and to be a witness in front of the Department of Education against Harvard, against my own employer. I'm not paid by them anymore, so I don't have a conflict of interest. I'm still professor emeritus, but my hope is that Claudine Gay will become president emeritus of Harvard. It's a great position. It's a lot of fun. You have the title and you're emeritus. You don't have to do any work. You also don't get any pay. But that's the role she should play. She should not be the president of Harvard. She's the wrong person at the wrong time for the wrong job. The last thing we need are presidents of universities that are woke, progressive, intolerant of the free speech of some and over-tolerant of the free speech of others. We need a single standard of speech, a single standard of due process, a single standard without regard to race or religion or gender. We're not there. And President Claudia Gay is not going to bring us there. So my view is by her own standards, by the standards she enforced when she was dean, pastoral view, make students safe, give a good explanation for what you've done. Even at an age where everybody gets A's at Harvard and Yale, she flunks. She flunked. She did not pass the most basic test for being president of a university. I'm sorry to say this because I've met her. I like her as a person. She seems like a nice, thoughtful, intelligent person. She's just the wrong person for that job at this time in our history. So I hope wisdom will prevail, but I doubt that it will. So I suspect we'll have President Gay to kick around for a long time, and I'll do plenty of that kicking if she continues with the DEI disaster that is destroying education and serving as an incubator for bigotry and especially anti-Semitism.